In this video, we will see how we can use MySQL Server database with .NET Core application. We will create a .NET Core Web API application and we will perform all the CRUD operations. And we will use Entity Framework Core as an ORM in this project. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe this channel to get more videos like this. So let's get started without any delay. So let's create a new project. Click here in the create new project section, and here I'm going to search web API and I will select this template ASP.NET Core Web API. Just click on next, and here let's change its name, so it will be .NET mysql EF. So we are going to use entity framework in this project, so that's why I'm naming it like this. And here I'm just going to change location of the project. So if you want to change, you can copy the path of the location and paste it here. Now it will be our solution name, and our project name should be like this, and solution name will be like this. So because we are going to create one more project in the future, that's why I am keeping the solution name and project name different. Okay, so click on the next, and here we will have some options which framework we are using. Right now .NET 7 is our latest framework, but yeah, within 2 months it will be a .NET 8. So if you are using .NET 8 and using this tutorial, then it will be okay. There should not be too much difference in .NET 7 and 8. Yeah, of course, if you are using .NET 6, then it will also be okay. But if you are using .NET 5 or less than .NET 5, then your configuration will be little bit different in the program.cs file, and the code will be the same. So let's create a project. Okay, it will take a while, and so here we have successfully created our project. So inside this solution we have only one project, so we are going to create another one. Right click on the solution and click on add new project, and here we will select class library. So it will be just a simple class library project. So click on this one and click on next, and our project will be, what was its name? Let's copy this guy. It was the name of our solution dot data or data access, whatever you want to name it, you can keep it. So click on next. Now framework will be the same as the previous project, and here now we have created 2 projects successfully. So let's delete this guy. And now one thing we have to do here, right click on this, right click on this .NET mysql ef.api project, and here you will see an add, and here you will find somewhere project reference. So click on this section, project reference, this one, project reference. Okay, and here you will see the list of projects. Right now we have only one project, so we are going to select it. So what it will basically do, we will reference this project to our API project, so then we can use the functionality of this data project. So whatever defined public in the data project, you can access it in the API project, but you have to pass the reference of this data project. So I'm going to reference it. Okay, now you can access the functionality of data inside the API project, otherwise you are not going to what we say, access the functionality of data project. So how do we know we have successfully referenced our project? So double click on this project, it will open its csproj file or whatever it is, and here you will see that item group section, and you will see that we have included this project paths dotnet mysql ef dot data, and here it is the path of this project. So, and we are using these packages inside this project. So first thing we have to do here, just right click on the mysql ef API, and here we'll see manage NuGet packages, and we're gonna install package here. So here, so we will install this package Microsoft.entity framework core.design. So make sure you have to install it inside the API project. So here, install this package, click on the install and click on the accept, and we will be fine within a few seconds. So let's wait for it. So here, as you can see, that we have successfully installed this package. So here, and you can also check it here that we have successfully installed this package or not. So double click on this API project, and here you will see that now we should have one more package here. So this one, yeah, so that's it. Now we do not have to install any packages in this project. Now we will install few packages on the data project. So right click on this data project and click on the manage NuGet packages, and here we will browse a package name. Here we will use it tools. So this package is useful when we are using entity framework migration commands. So if you haven't installed this package, you won't be able to use identity framework migration commands like add migration or update database. So make sure to install this package and install it, accept, and yeah, it is installed. So here is one more way to install a package. You can go here and package inside the tools, and now here manage NuGet package manager, NuGet package manager and package manager console, and here you can just type install package, and you can install any package you want. Suppose you want to install this package, so just type install package and it will be installed inside this project. So you can also change the project. So if you want to install this package inside the data project, so let's make it simple and just install it from here so that you won't be confused. I was just saying that you can also install a package from the package manager console. So here we are going to install one more package. So install this package microsoft.extensions.configuration.abstractions. So just install this package, and it is successfully installed. Install one more package. This one will be the last one. So this one will be mysql.entity framework core, and here its author is Oracle. Its version is 7.05 plus mysql 8.10 connector. So let's install this guy, and it will be our final package. So let's wait for it, accept it. Okay, now we are good. That's it. Now we have installed our packages. So let's double click on this project and you will see which packages we have installed right now. So one package is here, Microsoft.entity framework core.tools. Another one is this one, Microsoft.extensions.configuration.abstraction, and this one is Microsoft.entity framework core. mysql.entity framework code. So this one is for accessing SQL Server, and this one is for accessing the data inside the app setting.json. So if you want to access data from the app settings.json, you need this package. Okay, so that's it. Now one more thing we will do here, it is a very crucial thing. We will define a connection string here. So when the app settings.json file, and just type here connection strings, and here its name will be default, and database equals to name of our database. So let's before database we need to name a server. So our server will be simply localhost and database. So you can name anything to database. So let's name it dotnet ef, just dotnet ef. Okay, dotnet ef db or demo, something like this. Okay, so now our user id equals to root, and password equals to, it is my password. Okay, so it is our connection string. Now let's close this guy and right click here, create a new folder here, and let's name it models. Create another folder here, oops, and let's name it repositories. So click on this, let's name it repositories. Okay, inside the model folder we will create a new class. So it will be a person dot cs. Just remove this junk, we do not need it. Okay, I have put a semicolon here, and now we are fine. So let's make it public. Okay, here we will create few properties. So first property will be id, it will be our primary key. Another one will be name, and another one will be email. And here I will put some validation logic, so it will be required. Okay, and this one will also be a required, and here just name it table equals to person. Oops, I guess it should be like this. Okay, now we should be fine. So here it is the schema of our, it is a structure of our table schema. Now we will create another class here. It will be our person context.cs, and it will be our database context class. So I'm just going to remove these things, we do not need them right now. So here what we will just do here, we will create a db set. So it will be a public db set person, and it should be a people. So with the help of this db set we can interact to our database. Now here we will write protected override on configuring, something like this, on configuring. Oops, it should be like this, void on configuring, and here we will pass the db context option builder. and this one, and here it should be like option builder dot use mysql, and here we will define our connection string. And the major mistake I have done here, I haven't inherited with db context. Now we are fine. So it is our public class, it should be our public class. Okay, protected override void, and here we will define the connection string. So how we will get this connection string? So first we will create a constructor. So just type here ctor, enter, and it will create a constructor for us. Now here we will type private read only and person, sorry, should be I configuration. Okay, configuration. So it have added this package here, Microsoft.extensions.configuration. One more thing here, we will define another private field here, private read only, and string should be a connection string, and here we will write I configuration, that's it, configuration equals to configuration. Now connection string equals to configuration dot get connection string, and key will be default, and we have defined this key here, so its name is default. Okay, so whatever name you have choose here, you will choose it here also, so those two names should be same. Now after that, what we will do, our configuration is completely perfect. So here what we will do now, go to the program.cs file, and here we are gonna add it to our di container. So builder.services.add transient, and it will be a person context. Okay, that's good. Now here inside the repository class, we will create a new class. So it will be our person repository. Click on enter, and here we will have public person repository. First we will create a constructor, and we will inject our what it was person context ctx here, and just press Ctrl and dot, and you will see that we should have few things here. Okay, so it is not working right now, so we will do it manually. Let's remove underscore from here and just copy this guy here, private read only context underscore ctx, and here ctx equals to ctx. So we are injecting our person context to this person repository class, and here we will define few methods. So first method will be public async task I enumerable person get people async. Okay, So here we will just return ctx dot people dot to list. Okay, ctx dot people dot to list, and here where people equals to await, and it should be to list async. So for this we have to use this package. Remove these packages, we do not need it, so just put a semicolon here. Okay, now we are fine, we have less code here, and we will simply return people. Okay, so we will create another method here. Just gonna copy this guy and get people by id async int id, and here what we will do, we will just remove this guy and we'll type here find id, and rather than a people it should be a person, or we can just directly return it, return await people dot find async. It should be like something await find async and id. Okay, error is here, its return type should be this. Now we are fine. Let's create few more methods here. So public async task, another one will be create person, or just add person or whatever it is. Let's name it create person async. It will have a person object as a parameter. So here we will just write ctx dot people dot add. We will just pass the person and ctx dot save changes async. That is fine. Okay, another one is our update method. So let's name it update person async. That's it, and it should be the similar, but here we will just type update person and it is okay. But we are going to change this method little bit, so it will return a newly created person. So here we'll just write person equals to blah blah blah. Okay, let's name it created person. Okay, and here we will return the created person. So we will add a person to the database and we will return a newly created person. Okay, so why it is yelling at me? Create person. Okay, it is yelling for the nullability reason. So if I do it like this, created person. So I guess I'm doing some terrible mistake here. It should be like this, and we will just return this person and we will see it in future, is it working fine or not. So I guess it will automatically update this person to a newly created person. Now we have 4 methods. Now we need only one method here, so I'm just gonna copy this guy and paste it here. Oops, I have pasted it in a wrong place, so just gonna copy this guy and here. Okay, now we are fine. Just name it delete person async, and here it will be remove. Okay, now we are fine. So here we have removed this person, updated this person, created a new person, find by ID, get people async, and so now here one pro tip. So let's right click, no, sorry, not right click, press control dot here. So press control and this dot symbol, it's mean period symbol, control plus period symbol. Okay, so just press control dot and you will see this list here. Click on the extract interface and it will be the name of our interface, and click on OK. What it will do here, it will inherit this interface and it will also create an interface here. You can see it has automatically created an interface for us. Now what we will do here, we will just write inside the program.cs file, we'll write something here, the same thing, and it will be I person repository and person repository. That's it. Now we are fine. So what we will do now, so open the tools, go here in the NuGet package manager console, and here we will write add migration init, press enter, and here I am doing something wrong, so I'm just going to go here in the person context section, and here let's see, yeah, here this one, it should not be hard coded, so we will use this connection string here. Oops. Okay, now we should be fine here. So press Ctrl PC, and here I will just write that command again, and let's see it is fine or not. Yeah, again it is a error. So let's see what is happening here. That's just trying to run this project, and you just wait and watch how to tackle the error. So right now here I am getting this error message, failed to load configuration from blah 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 setting.json. It means error should be inside the app setting.json file, and yeah, here is a green line and here should be a comma. So let's try to run this project again and let's see, do we have any error? Let's see, do we have any error now? Okay, I'm hoping that we do not have any error. Okay, right now we do not have any error, so let's close this guy and open the package manager console again, and let's run this command again. So now we have successfully created our migration file. Now we will just write here update database, and we have successfully created our database. We can also check it from here, mysql workbench. Just connect this guy, and you can run this command, so database services and click here. You will see that now we have this project. Sorry, use this database, and now we can use the table select asterisk from person. So we have created this table. So you can see we have this table, ID, name and email. So we are done with our database connectivity. Now we are going to create a controller method so that we can test these things. So here we have this controller section. First of all, I'm going to delete this default weather forecast controller, and I'm going to delete this one also. Now we do not have any controllers. Okay, now we will create our own controller. So create a new controller, go to the API section and API controller empty. Okay, or you could just create it with read write action, so but I'm going to create it empty. Okay, now yeah, let's change its name and let's name it person controller. That's fine. And here I'm going to delete this guy and just going to name it API people. So our endpoint will be started with API/people. That's okay. Okay, now here we will create a constructor CTOR, and we are going to inject our repository here. So private read only I person repository person, let's just name it person repo. That's it, and press a control dot here, and here we will see the option add generate something, generate. Oops, why I'm not getting, it's okay, I will create it manually. So it will be I person repository and person repo, and below it we will have person repo equals to person repo. We are just going to inject our default logger. So private read only I logger, and here will be our controller name person controller, and it will be logger. Let's see, press control dot and just see what is happening here. No, nothing is happening. Okay, so I will do it manually. So just copy this guy here and paste this guy here and just name it logger, and here we will see, sorry, not see, we will write logger equals to logger, and I am having trouble here. Let's see what it is. Yeah, I'm missing an angular bracket here. Okay, so we are fine, and it should be logger, not capital L, it should be in small case. Okay, we will create our few methods here. So first one will be our http post, and it will be private, sorry, not private, public async task I action result, and here we will have add book, oops, not add book, add person, okay, person, and below here we'll write some logic. So first of all, I'm gonna implement a try catch here, try and catch exception ex, and here we will just type logger dot log error ex dot message. That's it. And here we will return status code 500, or we can just return status codes dot internal server error 500 internal server error, and here we will pass ex dot message as our error message. Okay, now here we will implement some functionalities. So just type here var created person and person repo dot, and it will have a method create person async. Okay, and we will return created at action, and here will be name of, and here we will pass the name of our method, and here we will pass the created of person object. So it will return 201 status code along with this created person object. Okay, now we are done here. So I'm just gonna copy this guy, and here, oops, I have done something wrong here. Okay, now just copy, and here just paste. Let's just name it update person. That's fine, and just name it person to update. Okay, and let's remove this guy and this line also. Before that, we will write something like first we will check that this record exists or not. So we will find this person exists in our database or not. So just type here var existing person and equals to, let's just say person, no, person repo, but it is wait, and person repo dot get people by id async, and here we will pass person to update dot id, and here we will see if existing person equals to null, then we will return something like that, status code no, we will return not found. That's it, and here we'll return an anonymous object, so it will be status code equals to 404, and message equals to, it should be a small s, okay, and message equals to not found, or just record not found. And here we need to pass this guy also, so I'm just gonna copy this guy, and we are going to pass it here also. So rather than just passing our error message, we'll pass a valuable, some meaningful object. Okay, and here we will pass ex dot message, and we will do the same thing here also. So just gonna remove this guy, and we are fine. Okay, now we can focus here. So we have checked whether record exists or not. Now if records exist, then we will just update person to update. Sorry, existing person dot name equals to person to update dot name. Okay, and here we will just change it to email. Okay, and we will pass it here. Okay, and here we will write await. Okay, and here it should also be await. Okay, now we are good. So now we will just return no content. Sorry, no content. Oops, what it is, no content. I'm just forgetting what it is. I'm sure it is no content, but why it is not showing here no content? Yeah, okay, so it will just return a empty status code. I guess it is 204, I guess. Okay, so we are done here. So we have successfully created this record. Okay, so we will create one more method here. Just gonna copy this guy, and here we will work on some delete functionality. So here, and it should be http put, and this one http post, it is http put, and this one will be http delete, and here we will pass an id here. Okay, and just change its name to delete person. Okay, and here we will just check existing person, and here it will be id. That's good. If it is a yeah, and here we will delete a person, so we'll call delete person async existing person, and it will also be a no content. Okay, and this one will be the same. Okay, now just copy this method and create one more method here, and it will be http get. It will be http get method, and here let's remove this guy and let's name it get people. Okay, and here we do not need all of this. Rather than, we will just type here people equals to get people async, and I'm going to remove this guy, and here we will pass people object inside this OK method. So it will return a 200 OK status code. Okay, we need one last method, so it will be http get, and here we will just pass id, and we will pass that id here also. Okay, and it will be a int. That's good. Now get people, and okay, we are just going to copy some code. Okay, we are just going to copy this guy, and I'm gonna copy it here. So we'll find the person, existing person, we can just change it to person, and here just change it to id, and it will get as a person object. So we will check if person is null, then we will return not found along with this object. Otherwise we will return this person. Okay, so we should be fine now. So I'm gonna run this project and let's see we are actually fine or not. So before that, let me check one thing here inside the program.cs file. Okay, inside the program.cs file we have done this configuration i%repository. Okay, we are fine now. So it is our API endpoints. First we will create a new API here. So let's see what will happen. So let's name it John and let's change its email john@gmail.com, and here we will just execute this guy and let's see what will happen. Okay, we have got some response here. So yeah, here id1 john and john@gmail.com. Let's create another one. Let's name it with my name ravindra@gmail.com, and yeah, we have created. Let's create one more record here and let's just name it a random name. So it will be created as a third record. Okay, now we will update this record. So yeah, just cancel this guy and go here, try it out, just paste it here and name it Jacob, and let's change it to Jacob. Let's see what will happen here. So I'm hoping for the positive, everything will be okay, but yeah, no, could not save changes. Please configure your entity type accordingly. Okay, so I guess I have messed up with something, so I'm gonna stop this project, and here it is my update person, and okay, yeah, that happens when you copy paste the code and you do the lots of mistakes. Okay, so now we should be fine. Okay, so let's run it again, let's execute it again and let's see what is happening here. Okay, so we can see that we have 204, and yeah, it means we have successfully executed our put endpoint. So we will see what is happening here. Let's just execute this guy and here we will see the list of records, and here is the third one, jacob@gmail.com. So let's see what will happen here. So if I type here API/people, and you will see that I have 3 records here, and let's see person 3, and now it is the record from the third person, the person with ID 3. So if I type here 4, then you will see that status code 404 and record not found. So if I do it here, let's see, yeah, this one. So if I pass here the 4th ID, you will see 404 status code and this status message. So right now what I am trying to do, I am going to delete this record. So I'm gonna just go here, and here I'm just going to pass the 3 ID, and you will see that we have 204. It means we have successfully deleted. So if I do it now, you will see that we have no record with ID 3, and that's how we can say that we have successfully tested all the endpoints. Okay, so far we have connected our MySQL database with our .NET Core project, and in the upcoming videos I will try to make a video on how to do same thing with Dapper. There we will not use the entity framework, and we will use .NET Core along with Dapper, and in the backend, sorry, not in backend, in the database we will use MySQL database. So that's it for now. See you next time.